Now to make a hasty retreat.
Hasty. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You are immediately hailed by a mobile docking platform. Docking. Upon arrival, welcome to Uncle Joe's Fix-It Shop. Need a tune-up? We got you covered. Inquire about their specialty. They offer to upgrade your pilot subsystem, I can't talk apparently, in exchange for some scrap.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, I'd say. You let their team on board, and after a short time, they finish their work.
Cool. You now have 30% evasion.
Alright.
Alright, well, you're about to jump into the final portion of the game. You might want to do any ship upgrades you have left that you might want to do.
Yeah, let's see. I could upgrade my normal gun.
What would be the point of that? You wouldn't have anywhere to really put it.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess you could start using Charge 2 instead of the Pike Beam. Yeah, if you wanted to go with a combination of Burst Laser, Flak, and Charge instead of using the Pike Beam. But you've been liking the Pike Beam.
Yeah.
So, whatever you want.
Let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, I change it back. So I don't want to do this one.
I thought you said you did.
And this just takes one?
Yep. Well, anything else you want to upgrade while you're here?
I could put it into engine.
Yeah, engines aren't a bad idea. Actually, at this point, engines are probably about all that you've got.
Yeah.
Alright, don't forget to distribute your power.
Alright.
Alright, just make sure you use that charge beam properly.
I have no idea how.
Usually it's best to let it charge up. Are you aware of how the shields really work?
Ish. I've kind of figured it out.
Well, with the way that they work mathematically, it's best to let that charge up fully and then launch a large volley, because the shields will come back up pretty quickly. So when they do that, every time they come back up, they cost you a shot.
Okay.
So it's usually a good idea to fire, like, with the setup you have right now, I would say you should wait and let the charge laser and the burst laser both fill up. Fire off both of them, and then as soon as they're done taking down the enemy shields... Oh wait, no, you're not using the pipe beam anymore. Yeah, you should probably just launch everything all at once.
Mm-hmm. You arrive at an outpost close to the Federation base. Your access codes get you past initial security, and an officer sets up a direct feed to the Federation's base war room.
Surprising, because your passcode was 1234.
Right? Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What's the meaning of this? Who are you?" Explain my mission.
This is when you realize that you were imagining the whole thing.
I know, right? I wake up. Your explanation is met with murmurs of cynicism and disbelief among the officers. My God, is this like everyone in my books? Murmurs and cynicism. That's pretty much what I specialize in.
I know.
General Tercel of the Engi Brigade speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk all or save none. Explain the weakness of the enemy fleet, the rebel flagship. Tully responds, "It's settled. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We will do what we can to hold off the warships, but you must succeed in destroying this flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repairs and fuel, and the other repair stations can provide aid as well. Good luck."
Alright, well, good luck. You're about to face down the enemy warship, the biggest, baddest weapon they have. That's a ways out there.
All the way over here?
Yep. So, I'm going to give you a quick heads up. It has like 4 different phases. All of them are really tough. So, good luck. Oh, it's very likely. I can barely beat this thing on a good day. And, like, not to sound insulting by saying that, but I've played this game so many times before. So I know what to expect.
Well, I don't have to run from anything because this is the end, right?
Run from... Oh, no. The whole section is taken over. So no matter what, you're going to run into some really big, powerful guys unless you go to a friendly location. You
scan the area, finding signatures for only a small trade vessel. However, as it approaches, you see the silhouette of a rebel scout. You run the scanners again and discover their registration is fake. You move in to attack.
That was good. Yeah, you understand things a lot better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did some damage.
Oh. That win?
You totally won.
Holy crap, that was none. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useless scrap material.
Oh, who'd have guessed?
Yay! Ooh, do not want to shoot you.
I'd recommend jumping to the friendly things so you can just mostly avoid battle at this point. There's not much you can really even upgrade to help you out all at this point. I mean, like, at best at this point, go ahead and throw them into things that don't require any more power, like your doors or your sensors.
Chatter on the comm suggests nearby Federation base is outfitted with repair station. When you forward your mission priority, they quickly help repair your ship and give you some supplies.
Actually, go to your ship view.
Okay.
Hover over your piloting. I forget exactly what that does. Oh, that's auto if you pull your pilot away. Okay. Never mind, that's not all that useful. Probably doors are going to be the most useful at this point.
So I can put some stuff in the doors?
Yeah, and you don't have to have power for it. Heck, throw one into your sensors too. You see more about what's going on.
Yeah. I've been making it this way, doing it so far with not seeing what I'm doing.
True. Well, you've been seeing the enemies. Ever since you put a guy in the sensor room, you've been able to see that.
Yeah.
You see where the enemy is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know you're attacking them, right?
What?
You're supposed to attack them, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Just wondering if there's anything else I wanted to do on the way.
Oh, I apologize.
You arrive near the Federation base to find the bulk of their fleet skirmishing with rebel forces. You hang back near the far side of the moon to avoid conflict, and then I can, scrap whatever off the dead. There's not much you can do to help in that battle, and your mission holds the key to turn the tide in the war. You prepare to face the flagship.
At this point, you're pretty much just a professional grave robber.
So I can just go and meet him here?
If you go there, you're fighting the flagship. Make sure you're ready.
Well, there's nothing else I can do.
Well, you can probably throw those last bits of scrap into your doors or your scanners if you want. Or even the autopilot if you want, in case you have to pull your guy out of the cockpit.
I guess my doors are good.
Yeah, I know at one point throughout this, the enemy teleports guys over to you, so having really strong doors will be helpful.
Yeah. Well, let's go die. It's time to die.
Well, that's what we promised the viewers.
Right? I'm gonna die for you guys. I'm gonna die for you. Ooh.
And the best part, she has a musical number prepared for when she does.
No, I do not. No one wants to hear that. This is it, the Rebel flagship. If you are able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving. There's no turning back.
It's not much of a chance, but it's a chance.
Youch. So I take it you just disabled that.
Yep.
Uncloak, you jerks. How long does that stay there?
It's gonna be there till pretty much the end of the fight, and it'll activate every now and then.
Dang it!
Yeah, they usually jump in when your laser fires. I'd open up those doors and let that fire get put out.
Yeah.
You've done some damage to them at least. Yeah, this battle is really tough. They use a lot of gimmicks all at once. And they also have really strong shields. You're on fire.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go NBA Jam on you.
Yeah, cool.
You might want to take your door guy and have him start repairing your big cannon.
Yeah, I was thinking
And
that.
close your doors too.
Oh yeah, there is that too.
Yeah, you're gonna want that thing on. Even if they cloak every time you fire it, at least it forces them to use their cloak.
Oh, that's right, I need to reset these up, don't I?
Well, you don't need to unless you want them aiming somewhere else. Except for the charge beam, that one you want to wait for it to charge. Oh, hey, you did it.
Holy crap! How did that happen?
Lots of shooting.
And you made it seem like this was gonna be like impossible.
Well, you still have part 2 of 4 next.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just as you finally gain the upper hand, it finds a way to make an FTL jump. You've got to keep up with the assault.
You didn't think that was its final form, did you?
Yeah, you did say that, didn't you?
And if you wanted to take the time for it, you have some hull damage at the front of the ship there.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, Lauren's fine. You can sit.
So, you liking your chances for this fight?
Not really.
Nah, this is a tough fight. There is no shame losing here.
We'll see.
Yeah, you'll find a way to have shame losing here.
I'll bring shame to my loss.
Alright, team. To ensure that we win, if I feel like this battle is going south, I'm going to vent all the air.
I was gonna say, you know what? We'll just die honorably. Boom. Vent it out.
Yeah, we're going to die the most honorable way. Self-inflicted when we should be fighting for our lives.
I mean, why not? Alright. Suppose it's time to go.
Well, hopefully there's a repair spot around you can jump to.
Oh, I am repaired.
Yeah, you just jump to the repair spot.
So, forward construction station is the process of repairing damaged warships. Your command codes convince them to do a quick patch job on your ship.
You might want to throw those last bit of scraps into your ship.
Yeah, if I have to.
It helps. Well, you got enough to max those last couple out.
Ha! 1.
You're going into battle with your last scrap.
Yeah, he's right there. I clicked on it. I just must not clicked right.
Yeah, you were probably a little off. I hope you're ready for part 2.
You chase down the flagship and discover it is heavily damaged from the previous fight. Scans indicate that it has redirected considerable power to its drones. Get ready for a fight. Now, how do I deal with the drones?
I hope you got people ready to punch them. I'd say definitely have Joel ready for a fight.
So basically, the drones come in and I just beat them.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Either that or your doors should hold them at bay.
Yeah, I can't vent the drones out now, can I?
Nah, they don't need oxygen. But if you hit the drone control unit on the right, that'll disable the drones, but they can always repair it.
Is this it?
Yeah. Of course, they're going right for the doors. You should get your robot guy out of there.
Yep.
I wouldn't pull him off the helm.
Yeah, you're right.
You need all the dodging you can do right now. Honestly, let Punchy Guy finish it from here. He should be able to do it. Ooh, nice. You're doing some damage.
Power surge detected, meaning?
Power surge detected. No idea. Alright, Punchy Guy out. The robot should be able to come in and finish it. Oh shoot, you need to get him out of there quick. He's getting hurt bad. It's alright. Just give it a minute and then send Punchy Guy back in. Okay, yeah, you should get him back in there. Alright, you need to get them out of there before they suffocate. Oh, and you have fires. You're actually doing very well at this chunk. I thought this was going to go far worse. If you can just hit them a couple more times, this section's over.
How do I deal with this fire?
Vent.
Yeah, I guess I can just vent it all the way.
That's what I'd do. Yeah. After that flak cannon goes off, that should be it. Oh, you did it. Cool. Now you can just stop and fix up. And then you can get on to part 3. If I remember, that's usually the hard one.
Yeah. Just as you finally gain the upper hand, it finds a way to make an FTL jump. Ooh, mama.
This is intense.
I know.
You just have a little hull damage to fix.
Yeah! Wrong one.
So your response is to vent the entire hull.
Right? Wait, why is it still going down?
Because you have a hull damage.
Oh, crap. Now, how do I fix that?
Send someone in. I'd send the robot and Punchy Guy. Make it quick. Not having
I
air
didn't
tends
even
to hurt
notice
people.
that hull damage, honestly. There we go. Now we're good. I didn't even notice that. Wow, I was just doing my that way. So this is why we joke about me just suffocating them.
Asphyxiation, part 2. This time it's personal.
This time it's the worst possible time. As if there's a good time for asphyxiation.
As opposed to the good times.
Yeah.
Remember the good times when oxygen was optional.
It's like straight out of Spaceballs right there.
Remember the good times.
Remember the good times when you need to breathe. Alright, come on, air. Just take your dear sweet time filling up.
I wouldn't be too concerned with the last few pieces, or the last few percentages.
I want it 100.
Hey, that's perfectly fine.
It's my game, it's my OCD. Hey, I didn't
It's your
press
guilt
wrong
trip
button.
from suffocating your last crew. You're not going to chase it?
I guess I could.
Your hull isn't really all that damaged, in all honesty. I'd say you're probably about as good as you're really going to be for this fight.
You say so. You're not certain how it's able to keep fighting with the amount of damage it has sustained. It looks like it's transferred power to the teleporter as well. Some kind of super weapon. Be prepared. This is it.
Yep, they can take over your guys' minds, and they're going to do a lot of teleporting. Hope you're ready for that. Oh, your captain's already shooting the... already shooting the captain's chair.
Yay.
There's not much you can do about that.
Oh, hi. Where's Joel?
He's recovering.
I forgot to return people. Not a lot I can do, but wait it out.
So far, things are not going horribly. Oh, right. This version has the Zoltan shield.
That's bad, I take it.
Yeah, it means you gotta do so much damage before it'll even start going down.
Okay.
Oh, you might want to open those front vents to kill that guy. No, not that one. You have people in there.
Now I know.
Alright, but that leaves your weapon systems open to him.
Good, they're focusing on the door.
This is looking tough. Think you can do it, though. Just take your time, deal with one problem at a time. You might want to deal with that fire, though.
Yep.
Your guys are starting to get hurt.
This is intense, yo.
Mm-hmm.
How do I fix that one? Oh, that's this, isn't it?
Yep. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, you're gonna want to do some venting. Oh, I would not vent that.
No?
I'd vent near the front.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah,
after.
let him handle that. If you vent all of that, no one will have oxygen. Yeah, he can put that out. But we need to get people back up in that weapons room soon.
Yep.
You want to close the door?
Probably not.
You're cruel that way. Well, overall, this isn't looking great, but at least you've killed almost their entire crew. You might want to start aiming at their missiles, because that's what's really damaging you.
Yeah. Ouch.
Oh, you are so close to death.
You bet I am.
Oh man, everything's down. Your oxygen is out. You might want to pull door guy to oxygen room. Oh, I got a feeling this is it.
Probably.
Oh!
So close.
You were so close.
So close. It was a good run.
Oh, good game. You made it far. That last battle is not easy. I'm proud of you.
Alright. I think we are going to call it here, so...
Uh-huh. I guess that's about it. She had a really good run. She lasted all the way till the final boss, which... Yeah, getting to there, it's medium difficulty. But
Oh, sure. Don't sell me too hard.
well, getting to there isn't that hard. Beating the boss is really, really hard, even on easy mode.
I put up a good show, though.
You did. You went down swinging, and you got through 2 out of the 4 phases, and you were almost done with the 3rd.
Yeah. Was there 4 or was it 3? Because it seemed like that was... Or was that just how they were presenting it?
That's just how they were framing it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a 4th form after that. I might be wrong. Either way, you did really good.
Yep. And then coming up after this, it is my turn to make Hawk play something. And I've got a really fun one. There's a blast from the past lined up. Hopefully if everything pans out with that. I've got a few good ones, so we'll see what happens.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. Today, we made her play FTL.
Alright, see ya.